this thing on? How about now? Is that better? That's probably better. Uh, Look at that. We're back. So the plan for today is to find a knife and draw it. Believe it or not, I'm also gonna try and do a random Twitter image. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we could draw this. I don't. Who is this? Okay, maybe I don't want to see that. All right. Hey, some random dude. Should I not draw it? Oh, okay. Hear me out. This looks like it would be easy to draw, but there's no way this is easy to draw. Is there a name for this hairstyle? Hair. Okay, we'll just scroll past that like we didn't see that. Uh, Damn. This is concerning. I feel like that's too much going on for my tiny ass brain. That looks like a dick. Um, Maybe we should start with a knife. Should we start with a knife? Bro, I might be able to draw these eyes. Wait. Anyway, I did do a sketch last night. I really like this person's, I guess, outfit cosplay. I don't know. I don't think they're cosplaying anything. It's like their own outfit. Um, I think it's very cool. Oh, I could try and draw these themed slippers. Just slightly upset person that is currently in the middle of being drawn. Sue's using mspaint.exe. I just can't prove it. I fucking like this. That might be that might be the one. But first, since it's in the title, I guess we'll sketch a knife. Well, yeah, we'll sketch a knife first because, like I said, it's in the title. I don't know why it is orange currently. I don't. I don't know how it decides what color. What? Wait, why is it? What? Hello? I can't. Am I like stuck in this? No. Well, I didn't mean to close that. Oh, cool. Every button I press. Classic. No, I don't want to save it. It's definitely Krita, by the way, that does these things. I've learned there's just something wrong with Krita. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. I've also found that the gloves don't help, by the way. It helps maybe a little more on this, but I've noticed like a lot of times I'll have random stuff. I think it helps more on this, by the way, because this isn't a touchscreen, it's just pen interactive. But like on my tablet, I will have like random lines from where my finger touched, which is fucking annoying. All right. Okay, that's working now. So now, okay, so we got, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know what happened. You don't know what happened. Does anybody know what happened? No. Do we care? Maybe. I don't fucking know. Should I tweet that I'm live? I haven't been tweeting especially the art, but it's like nobody cares, so why should I? What knife? What knife do we go with? I feel like I want to go with something a little more complicated. Also, I have this in my pocket. This came with the assembled knives from the advent calendar. It's hilarious because the stuff is right here. It's literally right to my right, but I'm just too lazy to fucking to do it. So I put it in my pocket just to make sure I have T8 T10 and T6. I don't know why I set them in that order near me. All right, we need a knife to draw. I feel like I don't want to draw something too large because then I have to work with scale better and I fucking suck. Also, this is extremely impressive. I mean, it's extremely impressive no matter what, but I'm assuming they did this in paint. That's so cool to me. How does it look so good? All right, let me go find a knife. Don't go anywhere. Nobody's here. Don't go anywhere. All right. So here's what we're gonna go with. Uh, fuck, I don't remember the name of this. Is it the Snekex? Oh, it is. Or is that the designer? I don't fucking know. Um, interestingly, sorry about this one. I bought it. I got it at a really good price, and I was not very happy with it. I find that this pocket clip really just digs into your hand when you use it. I still find that. So I did the thing again. With my hobbies, I only buy things that I think I can resell if I don't like them, don't want them, and can maybe make a profit on. So I did that, and I was just gonna resell it. But I made the mistake of I forgot what I was doing. I think I was like getting a call or something. I don't fucking know. But I was taking the pictures to sell it, and I just got distracted. I put it in my pocket out of habit, and I just forgot to take it out because it like in my head out of habit I put it in there, but I I didn't remember that I did for this one, and you might find that hard to believe because this is a pretty heavy knife. Uh, but I just forgot and it went through the wash, and so now I could probably sell it still, but it's got like a bunch of the coating missing, and the blade was chipped, and they actually just sent me a free. Was it a free replacement blade? I think it was either free or really cheap, but yeah, it's kind of my own fault. So, uh, I don't know. I really like the way this looks. I like the way the rest of it feels in the hand. They have a cheap version. So this is a We Knife Co. knife, and they're owned or yeah, I think they're owned by Civivi. I think Civivi's the parent company technically, but they like go by the other way around because this is like their expensive brands. They like to make it look like the bigger brand. I think they also own Sencut and maybe like one or two other companies. But for this one, the cheap one, not as good steel, not titanium, obviously, but the pocket clip is on the side, and that is just infinitely more comfortable. I have tried filing this down, or not this one. That was the Demco. I've tried like bending this down so it's just not pointing straight up, but it doesn't really work. Anyway, this has a very unique lock. I think they call it the Super Lock or something. It's basically just a Demco lock, except it can come out. I don't know. It's not really that unique, I guess, but it's a back lock, more or less, right? Um, this actually isn't how you're supposed to lock it. This is just to show the mechanism. Um, you're only supposed to pull it out a little so that it snaps in and snaps out, but you can, do that for maintenance. Anyway, uh, this one won't really matter too much how we draw it. Should we draw it that way or that way? Right? Because we don't have to worry about a pocket clip since the pocket clip's on the back. I'm not really drawing branding. Guess like that, right? Let's just go for it. So we got our second layer. We're going to start with the blade. Okay. This is, I don't know, probably a reverse Tonto is my guess, is what someone would call this. You could probably also get away with Warncliffe or modified sheep's foot or something along those lines. Let me readjust the mic. I feel like I'm talking into the side of it. Okay. Do 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 do. Okay. By the way, how am I doing? I was thinking of ending it after just a little more. I think I would have been short. Shit. Oh no. There's a fucking dent in it. Just like there's a fucking dent in my head, man. Okay. All right. So let's do this. I didn't think that was particularly bad, but I feel like there's some curvature in this. Maybe that's just because it's a 3D object. I feel like it's kind of like, no, that's way too much. Okay. Well, I made a mistake. I should have left it. I think we can all agree on that. God, this is gonna be so hard. What did I do? Why have I done this? Steady. Okay. I don't know how that helps me, but it feels like it helps me, so I'm doing it. So there's quite a bit of belly to this, which is gonna be hard to draw. Once again, I tend to have trouble drawing this way. I find it easier to go like that or like that even. I don't know what it is. I feel like the knife sketches come out kind of well, and I don't want to say they're not simple, but I feel like they're simpler than they look, but also harder than they look. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, because I'm quite unskilled, it's very difficult. There's also a level of, as much as I've been very bad at like proportions and whatnot because I'm copying something and I feel like I'm doing okay with the proportions, uh we have to consider the proportions. I feel like this one so far is coming out really bad. I feel like this has been my worst one yet. Something about this doesn't work for me. Can't believe I'm going to add a layer for this, but can we get a layer for the... I don't feel like that was particularly bad. I just didn't like the way it was angled, and I didn't feel like moving it. Once again, don't feel like that's particularly bad. I don't know. Maybe I just made it too small. Let's 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 reevaluate. Hold on. Come on. There we go. So I think I can get away with maybe starting that later, adding a little extra belly to it. And then we just come out a little more. Ooh, but that's too much. Do we get rid of the model, by the way? Like what's bro doing in that? I guess he's over there for you, but what? Hold on, that's me. That's this guy. Wait, off. Wait, it won't register that that's my hand. I don't think it'll register that my that's my hand. So this camera has gesture like control, and I can't seem to turn it off. Even if I turn it off, like there's a gesture that turns it on, and I don't even know what the fuck it is. But like spreading out your hand like this, which I probably just activated the one up here, the camera you're looking through, I believe locks it. And then I think making an L shape, hopefully it doesn't read that, is supposed to zoom it in. And it just it becomes such a pain in the ass, especially for tracking, because you actually want a wider angle for tracking, and these are already only like 78-degree angles, which kind of sucks. Which is why I have to have it generally like at my eye level or lower. And it's like right at my eye level if I stand or sit straight up. And I can't lower this desk anymore. I guess I could get a different chair and maybe that would help. But I didn't really want to do that because my only other chair is an actual chair. I'm sitting on like a fitness cube, if we're being honest here. Um, but my only other chair has armrests, and I felt like they get in the way uh, for what I want to do, which is this. How did I do that, dude? It's right there. Give me my fucking eraser, bro. I swear to God. Wait, is it slightly? It's like ever so slightly off, I think. That's not why I missed, but I'm just now realizing it. It might be because of the angle I'm looking at it through, though. Because I'm back here, and I would prefer to look at it head on. So it would be better. I actually got like this. Oh, God. This like tablet stand for this. Hold on. Can you guys see that? Fuck. I think that's getting picked up on. But I can't really use that on stream because then it's going to be right in front of me. And then what the fuck's the point of this? Oh, God. What's the point of it? Like, I wouldn't need hand cam anymore, right? Because it's just going to be out here. And I can't really lean over it. So it's like, what am I doing? Okay. So we got that going. We'll add a fresh layer. Well, I don't like it. Let's do that. I think we might be able to get away with this, though. Okay. Looks a little angry, a little angy. All right. Okay. So let's add another layer. I said let's add another layer. Thank you. I should really plug in this fucking, oh God, fucking lamp and get a lampshade. Feel like it's too dark over here. So this has like a bump here that I didn't address. So let's actually kind of address that now. Okay. Let's go back up. Hey, whatever you're doing, cut that shit out. Thank you. Okay, so technically I could close this so it might be easier to hold. Why is my phone going off? Why is my phone not here? It's kind of funny looking at this. It's contoured in the back, and there's not really a reason for that, right? Because first off, this is kind of the opposite. Typically, you would want it bowed out if you wanted it to fit nicely in the palm. I guess maybe for weight reduction. It is on the heavy side, all things considered, but also I have been mostly picking out smaller knives to draw, so. What did we draw the other day? You know, there's a knife called, fuck, what is it called? It's like the Hawk and Hawk knives. I don't know. It's $1,200 is what I'm getting at. I really want one of those things. They're so cool, but I'm not that stupid. There's if there's no money in it, I ain't buying it. No. Look, I just couldn't. Like unless I could find a way to write it off. Which to be fair, I can probably write this one off now. Typically, what I'll do is I'll buy them. I used to do, like I said, I used to do this thing where I'd buy three, sell two, keep one, and I could write off like the two as inventory, and then of course the sales and all of that. And then maybe like one or two of them I could write off as box openers for like as a tool for the business. But you know, you can't let's say I don't think I've ever bought this many in a single year, but let's just say I bought 50 of them. I can't write off all 50. And really, you probably can't even write off all, if it was 10, which is probably closer to a bigger year for me. How am I going to justify having needed 10 box cutters, more or less? Especially since one of the reasons I advocate for knife use. I was gonna say knife use and then I like backed out. So I said knives. But I advocate for them is because I didn't go far enough out here. You can sharpen them and they tend to last longer. You can sharpen like disposable. Do I have one near me? Uh, I'm gonna go get my phone at the same time as getting a blade. All right. All right. These are what I'm talking about. So little box cutters, basically. And yes, I do have some because some places do have problems with whether or not you have a knife, but they'll be okay with this. So I'm like, what? What's the difference? Uh, anyway, um, yeah, you could sharpen these to an extent, but they tend to get like loose and more dangerous. That can happen with a knife too. I mean, even by default, a lot of these are loose. This is like one of the better ones I've had. Who makes this? Outdoor Edge. I don't even know. This is the slide winder. I don't I don't really use it very much because I do have knives. But like you can usually reverse these and then maybe sharpen them once or twice and then they're pretty much gone. Um so like you could do it with like a razor blade, but I feel like they create much more waste, right? I mean, I guess you can argue the handle stays better because you're not likely to get a replacement blade for something like this because they're only going to produce this and its parts for so long, whereas there's kind of a standard for these. but like these don't last as long. So it's just kind of like I guess it's a wash probably. Uh, Now I remember why I don't like this one that much. All right, so in terms of in the hand and it having like extra tools, it was always decent. But the pocket clip is like this, and I don't think it's like reversible. Okay, it's not. So when you go to put it in your pocket, what ends up happening is if you're wearing pretty much any jeans, uh, you'll probably end up pushing this up because it's gonna take a second to slide it in, and you poke the inside of your hand. Like build quality wise, that one's pretty solid, but like I said, that's not ideal. Okay. I don't know why my phone went off. I don't have any notifications. I did have one earlier. Hold on. I noticed my mute button didn't fucking work. Enjoy me drinking water. I did have one earlier. Sorry, I had to clear my throat, which is why I drank water. I had one earlier for Final Fantasy. They're gonna charge me soon for another month, and I'm debating on whether or not to cancel it because it's like we're not playing it anymore. I don't know when Bro's gonna want to play it again. Probably never. Um, I haven't really logged in since last time we played. So I'm just kind of thinking like, do I want to even pay them and just, cancel it until how does this look exactly? Okay, so I'm starting too soon here. But yeah, like what am I paying for? I'm not going to be playing it, so I'll just refresh, I think, if we ever get back to it. How am I fucking this up so bad? I think the problem is I'm like I've messed up the scale already. I actually think it might be the blade that I messed up on more. I feel like the back's like the scale is better. Somehow my mouth is both really dry and like feels extra moist. I don't care for this. I don't know what that noise was. It's a little concerning. Okay, let's go back to this layer. Let's try and work on that. Maybe. What? Why didn't that work at first? I'm so confused. It like worked a little bit and then it like gave up. So this part is arguably a finger slash sharpening tool. I don't know how in depth you want to go on that, right? Because here is technically this whole thing is the blade, but here's like the end of where if you didn't chop off. Hold up, let's stand up for y'all. Yeah. Whatever. If you didn't chop off from like there, that would be blade, right? But you wouldn't be able to put your finger there. And then you would also have like the thickness of where it comes down to here, which would totally fuck with how you sharpen it. So it's for the sharpening, but of course your finger fits there. So which is it? Which is it? All right. Hey, there we go. Uh, I'm thinking separate layer for the screws, separate layer for the holes. What do we think? Separate layer for the back spring and the clip too, or no? Yay or nay? Nobody's here, so I'm gonna just do it. Okay, so this is where we want to Was it, hold up, was it the top? And then I can, yeah, let's fucking go. Okay. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. That might be my best work yet. Interestingly, I actually think this is the same size bit, just a different like screw size overall. So that the previous one would be a pivot screw. This is just a body screw. This one, thankfully, technically, I guess, I don't know, depending on how you want to look at it, is only 2 screws. Um, I imagine there's just a barrel here. I've probably taken this apart, but there's probably just a barrel here, and either that barrel has a screw side so you can hold it in place while you unscrew one side, or there's a barrel and each one screws separately. So you could argue there's 3 screws. This is almost certainly a barrel with one of those that I was talking about, and then like a pivot screw. Um, but in order to take it apart, you only really need to take 2 screws out, and I believe they're both. Are these both T8? It's T8. Yeah, T8. That's how you make a good knife. Um, it is on the harder end to do. Like the less screws, the more impressive it is. To a point that the most impressive are known as integrals, and they typically only have 1 screw, maybe 2 more for a pocket clip. Depending. Um, and what those are? Do I have one to show? I do, but I'm not getting it. Maybe tomorrow, or I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow, but maybe next time if I remember. But basically, that will mean that the body, the back, if there is a back, which there kind of has to be, it's all one piece of whatever the material is. It could be wood, it could be steel, titanium, aluminum. You probably do it out of resin if you wanted. I don't know how structurally sound that would be long term. Uh, but it's all one piece, and then you just have 1 screw where you put in your blade, and those are kind of typically a bitch to maintain. Um, right, but the whole body is like one milled piece of metal or whatever, and it's quite impressive usually. All right. Okay. I feel like I can't get this one. It ain't working. So let's do another layer. I don't know. I probably don't need to do a layer for these. We just have an empty hole here, and then do we just draw like around it? I think if I were smart, what I would do is I would have drawn the big one first, copy and pasted, and then drawn the small ones, or not even drawn the small ones, just copy and pasted the small ones. But I'm not that smart, so I didn't do that. Noticing now I didn't get a lot of the dimensions right here. Okay. I feel like that one actually has the better depth to it. Maybe we'll do the big circle first. Okay. That's a little too big. Okay, now that one's too small. That's just gonna have to do because I don't got it aiming in. And then we have another one of these. Alright, so if we zoom out. Fuck. How is it looking? Not too bad. I feel like this looks a little wonky here, particularly. And the spacing is kind of messed up on these. In fact, can I go... Damn it. I don't know why that doesn't work anymore. I know that's obviously not right to the knife, but you know, we're doing our best. We're doing our best here. Can maybe make them a little bigger, I guess. That actually kind of makes it a little better. Not much better, but a little better. All right, so let's deselect. Okay. So how are we looking on that end? Okay. Let's try and pull off the pocket clip. It's not far enough. I keep hearing, I think it's my water bottle shaking. And it is bothering me. Like every time I move my hand. No, what is it? It's not my water. Okay. Well, this isn't particularly good, but it is what it is. Let's do another one for the backlock part. Okay, that's too, actually, no, that's not too soon because I messed up the scale. So, it's funny because I messed up both the scale of the scale, you know, and the scale itself. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, that's so bad. It's so ass. What have I done? Fuck. All right, so let's add another layer. We're gonna try and create a little bit of depth here. Which doesn't really work with the way I've done things. I guess technically, if you see up here, well, no, because there actually is milling on this that lets it kind of look a little better. Okay, maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm not, I feel like we've done better work. Bro, its fucking neck is broken. Like, what have I done? Okay. Just gonna save this. Let's not forget to make it a PNG. That is, what the fuck is a ppm? Does anyone know? Okay. So let's take a second. I think I'm done with this one just because I'm not feeling it right now. Things that went wrong. Scale, once again. Part of that is this knife is of course bigger than the canvas in general. Even when I had it fully extended, and I don't have quite the skill level to like blow up and you know what I mean, and do stuff like that right now. Next is like shapes, right? I got scale again wrong, right? Where the blade isn't as thick as it should be. It's not as straight where it needs to be. It's not as curved where it needs to be, right? Where things start and where things begin kind of suck, right? I didn't do the scales quite properly where things start again. Um, and I'm also noticing like I thought my starting point would be fine, but the whole handle ended up here, so I have all this empty space here. And so I've noticed this a lot where I'll start like in the center of a drawing, and I'm sketching something, and it's just I run out of space. And part of that's because, for example, this thing on the screen, I don't know what this resolution is. I guess I could copy it, paste it, copy the resolution, and then do it. But like I'm typically just going for like the face. I usually don't try and draw the whole thing because I don't have that skill level yet. And of course there's no color and all that. So it's not gonna work out. And I feel like it doesn't matter, so I just start without it. But sometimes I'll like be doing all right and I want to keep going. So let's see if we can't draw some face here. Okay. I've found that a lot of times I will start these and I will spend a lot of time trying to fix this, like the start. But as I've been going, I have also found that what I should be doing is not that. I should just be like, okay, we got a general shape that's good enough, right? And I have to like trust that the next layer, hello, the next layer, so the eyes in this case for me, is gonna help bring it together. Right? Shit, I shouldn't have drawn that part of the eye. Cause like I'll try and copy the general shape so that it's easier to do the angles, and it of course it never looks right because I don't really know how to shade things or anything of that. Um, you know what? Let's try and actually just draw this eye instead of copy pasting. Copy pasting is a smart way to do it, but nobody ever called me smart, so. God, this eye is so much bigger. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to hit it with the shrink ray. Bada boom. Hello, hello. There we go. Now it's too fucking small, isn't it? Okay. We'll pretend we know what we're doing by copying that level of shading. if you can say that even. All right. I wonder if the play is to draw things bigger and then scale them down. That might be a little better, I guess. Okay. So let's give her some eye depth, apparently, because that's what better people than me do. I don't really know. It works. Like this looks great. I, I don't know how people decide to do the things that they do, and it always works out. I feel like every time I go to do something, if it's on my own, I'm like, fuck, why did I do that? It's so ass. I actually usually wait to do eyebrows. I'm not sure why I'm doing them now. Okay, let's do that. Let's just fucking add some hair, I guess. By the way, I've never seen Dexter. I absolutely love the can't prove it memes that come out of it. Uh, They're so fucking funny. How are people so talented? Fuck. So cool. Like, how did this hair, man? It's like so simple, but so complicated at the same time. Fucking genius. Okay. So then I got this. Okay, that's fine. We can make the face wider to kind of compensate here if we have to. I feel like we're gonna have to because bro's got bro's looking, you know, bro, bro. What the fuck? What am I doing? Okay. Fuck. How do you draw a fucking ear? What do you? Why did you draw an ear? God damn it! Why did you do this to me? Let's go back to the first layer because I feel like this is gonna bother me if I don't adjust it to look close enough. Okay. Nodders. Okay. I don't know where this hair is coming from, but it's coming from somewhere. I guess it's coming from up there. Holy shit. Why did you do it? Why did you do it and why does it work so fucking well? Wait. Okay, that's hair. All right. I thought like I mean, I knew it was hair, but like I thought the ear was like separating. I'm sorry, I've de-earringed you because I don't know how to draw an earring, and I'm not gonna start now. No offense. Maybe a little offense. It's a big fence. Okay. Just draw random shit down here. I mean, I'm sure there's a real purpose to this because it looks great, but my dumbass fucking brain just thinks like, oh, there's just fucking random hair here. Okay. 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 All right. Let's do that. Just put this random ass whatever the fuck this thing is in here because it works. We'll squiggle it in because it fucking works. Why does it work? I don't know. I didn't design this. I don't have that kind of skill, but my god, does it look fucking good. Your got a chunk missing. I'm sorry. You got smaller ears now. Enjoy. No offense. A little offense because you should be offended that I'm even drawing you. You got the fucking sprig on the head. Okay. Bro, this fucking head is so large. Not the original's perfect, but I'm like fucking this up so bad. Bro. Okay. I have fucked up. I felt like the scale was so far off that I was gonna make her head massive, but now I'm feeling like I'm cutting it too close. I don't like it. I think I've got to move the eye over somehow. This shouldn't grab anything from other layers, right? Hello? Selected layer has no pics. Oh, that's right. It's a fucking... Okay. There's that. Okay, okay. Oh, hey, 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 hey. Okay. To actually go back to the first layer. Nope, 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 nope. Select. Shit. I feel like it was okay, and I'm just making everything worse here. What have I done? We're just gonna live with the fact that she, I guess, lost weight. I'm sorry. I Ozempicked you. I'm so sorry. What have I fucking done, dude? I hate that it kind of works because it's making me not want to change it. It's making me like extra lazy here. And I don't deserve that. Like it kind of works because it looks like she's facing like that and she's looking that way. I somehow added depth to this that it didn't quite have because it has better depth. I want to be clear. It has better depth than this, but like the angle of the face I have somehow made work on accident. Right? Cuz this angle works great because it's right and it was done right. This somehow works because I made a mistake and I don't know how to fix it. Which is wild, by the way. Seriously, how the fuck do I fix this? Okay, I guess we'll give her a neck. She deserves one of those after everything she's been through. Turned her into a fucking trap, man. What have I fucking done? Okay. See, this is the part where I feel I don't I don't feel like I'm learning anything. Right? Because I'm just looking at this. I fucked up the face. I I'm just I'm literally just copying what somebody else has done. I don't know what I just did. But right, I'm literally just copying someone else's work. I don't like am I tracing it precisely? No, but I'm just looking at theirs and doing what they did, but like worse. So like I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. But then I'll like look at this and it looks fine. So it's like I'm capable of something. But then I'm also thinking like once again, this isn't me, you know? This is just me looking at somebody else's and copying them. And like on the one hand, how else am I going to learn? Right? This is really no different than the knife thing. Right? I'd fucking hunchback of Notre Dame. Shit. I'm so sorry. I feel like the type of person who did this, who drew the original, well, yeah, I guess drew the original, might get a kick out of seeing this. So I might, I might, you know, I might do a quote retweet on this one. Do I try to do the rest of this? I have so many unnamed layers. This is gonna be a fucking disaster if I want to go back and do something. I'm gonna give you an earring on this random fucking layer. Enjoy. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck have I done? All right. I'm trying to think of what if I quote retweet this. I have to match the theme because theirs is Sue. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced because I'm an idiot and I love making an ass out of you and me with the Zoom. Is using mspaint.exe. I just can't prove it, right? And then they got the whole thing. I'm thinking I want to put like I can't actually draw for myself or something. I just can't prove it for like a quote retweet or I've never had an original idea. I just can't. But I'm a little afraid they'll take it the wrong way. Where it's like they won't take it as me hitting on myself there. Like, taking a shot at myself. They might take it as me taking a shot at them. But I don't know this person, so I would hope that they understand that it's about me. And I feel like the type of person who would do this has that level of like brain and comedy going on. Okay. This is one of my most intricate sketches to date, by the way. Of course, as I said, this isn't my work really. I'm copying someone else who's copying a popular meme. But they're doing it, you know, first and for realsies. I'm using theirs as a reference because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. By the way, I probably should raise it up in my car, but I feel like it's more comfortable to not have that behind my head in certain locations. I feel like I always just end up leaving mine. I lean forward and I don't lean back when I drive. That's probably not smart, right? It does not fucking align. Oh no. No. Fuck. I was thinking like, oh, this is so good. It does not. Fuck. Give me the goddamn on dog, bro. Fuck, this is the world's longest fucking pole. Oh my god. Fuck it. I know they didn't have to do this, but I'm just gonna fake it till you make it. That's what. Sorry, I gotta stop throwing the fucking pen. All right. First off, let's angulate. Okay. We can account for this. See, I mean, I'm 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 just better. I drew the second half of the chair. I didn't plan ahead. I didn't plan ahead. It's that simple. I'm sorry. Should I stop here and just be like, I can't draw hands. I just can't prove it. Hold on. I'm saving a version of this as no hands. Can't prove it. I have to. I have to. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. All right. The moment we've all been dreading. The steering wheel. How do you draw a fucking steering wheel, dude? This sucks because I have no fucking clue what goddamn layer this shit is on anymore. That's all on me for not fucking preparing it, by the way. So if I do like a fake thing there, let me kind of like come out and then like that maybe. And then like we can cover that actually with just, wait, what? What? Are they, hold on. Are they holding it like that? No. Like like this? Is that how they're doing it? I think they might have messed up. Perfectly understandable. I mean, look at this. It's like a fucking mess of lines. I think this is supposed to be the pointer finger, but it's not. That's their thumb because they have like some line here. I think they slightly messed up because I don't know what I'm looking at here. So I'm gonna go off script here, do my own little thing, and just I think just kind of like bada boom, bada boom it, right? And we'll kind of just, we'll just spam lines until you can't really tell what's going on here. I think that's the way to do things. So that's like that. So down there is the is like the thumb. Fuck, it doesn't work. I can't do this. Maybe I just leave it no hands. Okay. I do that and then I kind of deviate and then maybe like that, like that, like that in a way. But then like let's try and like put some more angle in them. And then we'll kind of have this come up like that, and that'll be the thumb there. And so what's actually happening is, right, you're getting this. You're getting this shape, but I don't think I hold my steering wheel like that, but I think that's the best I'm gonna be able to do. And then we'll kind of just fake it, right? What do we think? I gotta figure out what the bucket. We're see-through steering wheel. We're not bucket. Bucket. Enjoy. We'll maybe put some wrinkles on the shirt or something. I don't think we're gonna get much better than this. Fuck. Okay. File. Save as. With hands. can prove it, I guess. I don't know, man. I kind of like it. I feel like it came out. Oh, I forgot to change it to PNG. Fuck. It's okay. Can I follow this person? I really think this is funny. Okay. All right. All right. Um, you know what? I might have time for like another knife sketch. So let's see what we got. We'll leave this on the desk, actually. Do we have something small? You know what? We had this out, right? Why not? So, layer. Straight. Straight. Let's do maybe like that. This is a bottle opener part, by the way, if you were wondering. I'm going to be a little more lenient with the layers on this because I just don't fucking care very much. You know, I kind of like that I'm going fast on this one. I know I'm going to make mistakes, but I feel like it's a good little learning exercise to try and get something down as fast as possible. So then we'll do this. Because I feel like a lot of times what I'll do is I'll second guess the hell out of myself. And then I'll keep editing it and I'll stick on it for so long and it just ends up really either no better or even maybe worse. And I've spent however long on it. And if I just kind of like go and commit, I think I might be able to like do okay. I'll do a layer for this because I don't know what the fuck this thing is going to do for me. So we'll do a larger thing here, do a little slotty boy, and then we'll do like bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Good for you. And then we'll do like a little bit of a thing here. And we'll try and like make it look like there's a spring in there as best we can. Doesn't look like anything. Shit. And then we'll do another layer. Let's move this bitty around. Okay. Uh-huh. And you know what? I don't think that came out particularly well, but we're gonna do this. So if I Control C, Control V, and then put on Draggy Boy. So we got one roughly there. Control V, Draggy Boy. Where's this one? Roughly there. And Control V, Draggy Boy. Roughly there. And then we do a new layer. And then we draw the lanyard hole. Okay. Let's zoom out. Okay. Let's just give it a bit of an edge there. You know, I mean, it's not good, but I like that I did that so fast. Like, we got the basics down. We did something. I'm gonna save that real quick. What is this? What do I call this? Joy box cutter. Okay. Can we pull off another one? Can we do another speed round? I have anything for a speed round? You know what? Should we do this little fork tool? Or should we just get off? I think we just get off. I think we might call it. I feel like I'm stretching here. No, we'll add this tool to this one. That way we are confined, constrained. Let's draw it this way. I think the way to do it is like that. I think I did that backwards. All right. Oh god. Oh god. Where's my fucking thing? Okay. So we'll move the tine in and then go straight down roughly. And then we'll make a really big thing. This kind of comes to a point. Make a really big thing. Come in, go like that. Okay. Then we'll just draw triangles. 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 Triangle. Well, that's not a triangle, but okay. I think the better way to do it would have been copy pasting. Then we'll. I feel like I got the point across. All right. I think we're cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and get off for now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I had fun. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll try and go longer, but I feel like if I just keep going, I'm gonna get worse and worse. I feel like that's what happens. I like lose focus, and if I go for too long, I just want to do something else. So thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye. I appreciate y'all.